guys, it's Mark Stipic here. I've just been doing some prep for a workshop that I'm going to be running with a group of managers, and we're going to be talking about the area of mental health and in particular mental injury claims. I was doing a bit of research and I plucked out a few statistics that I found a little bit disturbing, to be honest, so I thought I'd jump on and share these with you. The next three stats that I'm going to give you, they come from a report by the Institute for Safety, Compensation and Recovery Research. It's called Work-Related Injury and Illness in Australia, 2004 to 2014. So it's a 10-year-long study. What this report found was that mental injury claims make up 3.5% of all claims. Now, I don't know about you, but that was actually a little bit surprising for me. We hear a lot about mental injury claims, but 3.5%, that's not a massive portion of our work cover claims. So why do we hear so much about them? Well, this next stat I've got for you, they make up 3.5% of all claims, but they account for 11.6% of all time loss in the scheme. So the amount of time loss that's occurring on mental injury claims is way disproportionate to the number of claims that they actually represent. Okay, I interpret those figures as meaning that there's a lot of time loss and not a lot of claims, so that means these claims are dragging on for quite some time. The third stat I've got basically validates that assertion that I've just made. For mental injury time loss claims, when you compare different injury types, mental health claims were the longest duration claims on average. Okay, looking at a bunch of different types of injuries, physical injuries, different body parts, and mental health claims. Serious mental health claims would have an average of 20 weeks of time loss. They were the longest duration. In second place was serious neurological injury with only 10 weeks off. Okay, so mental injury is twice the amount of time off work compared to the second place. And in fact, everything that came behind mental health was somewhere between sort of 2 weeks and 10 weeks off. Not a huge spread, but then all the way out the front with 20 weeks of time loss is serious mental health injury. So while mental health claims don't make up a massive proportion of claims in the system, they do represent a significant burden on the scheme. And with all of this time loss, it says to me that these cases are more complex. They're not being managed effectively enough. So you make what you will out of those three stats. I'll just briefly recap. 3.5% of all claims are mental health claims, but they account for 11.6% of all time loss. And for a serious mental health claim, they have 20 weeks of time loss on average, compared with the second place being only 10 weeks off. Thanks for watching. For updates, tips, and to start turning your work cover premiums into profits, head to markstipic.com.au.